So you have this burning desire to achieve a specific result, but you're missing one key fundamental element which will change everything. So let's talk about it. Let's just start out by saying congratulations because you are receiving specific results. The problem is these aren't the results that you want. You have certain desires, you have certain dreams, you have goals, you have ideas. You are a creative human being. In fact, you are a VP level corporate woman. You've achieved a lot of success. These videos that we do on this channel are for these high achieving VP level corporate women that I love to cater to because you know what it's like to achieve a specific result. You've done it for your company, you do it for your family, and you do it for your community. I know that because I do it myself. I am that high achieving C suite VP level woman, entrepreneur, corporate woman, parent, wife, spouse, all the things. And I've achieved a lot of results. But one of the key fundamental elements that are critical to those results is this big word called discipline. And a lot of us are disciplined at various things. We're disciplined at seeing what it is that we want and we go after it, but we don't translate that same type of activity, that same type of desire, and the micro habits needed to achieve another result. So, the thing that we've been focusing on a lot here lately is really getting ourselves healthy. We believe that authentic power, the power that we all have in knowing ourselves, understanding our triggers, learning deeply about who we are translates to our wealth, right? And we believe that wealth is critical to our ability to be successful. Now, wealth is an acronym. And the aspect of that acronym that we are focusing on for this video is the H in wealth, which is health as a strategy. And most of us are needing to get healthy. In our research, what we've discovered is, we're so busy trying to help people, women, close equity gaps. And in our research, what we have found is a lot of women aren't healthy. We haven't taken health as a strategy. And therefore, it's very difficult to actually see ourselves achieving different types of results, specifically with our health. But what we do know is that if health is not a strategy, you are not successful. In fact, you're burning out. And anytime you're burning out, so is your leadership. Your leadership is burning out. And so, what we know is that you have to have this thing called discipline as the key fundamental factor involved with everything that you want to achieve. And the reason why we like to focus on VP level women is because we know that you're successful. So we know that you can translate everything that we're talking about. You can relate to everything that we're saying because you do this in your everyday life. So what we know is that discipline is what makes the core fundamental difference in everything that we do. So, what I would love for you to do is I'd like you to write down what are the three things that you're really disciplined at, that you will actually achieve it. You talk to your team about it. Maybe perhaps you talk to your kids about it. Something that you do within the core fundamental aspects of your work. I want you to write that down. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read to you from our Rise 53 Inner Circle coaching messages. And I want to read this because we want you to become a part of our Rise 53 Inner Circle because we believe that you can become more disciplined and better at what it is that you want to achieve when you're in a group of people who are all aspiring at a certain level. There's a certain vibration of people. There's a currency, we like to call it, that you begin to achieve when you're around other people who are in that disciplined mindset, who have specific desires and specific goals that they're trying to achieve, because we're all working together and we're sharpening one another. And if there's one thing I know that's needed with discipline, is people who work together that sharpen one another, because you know what? You are a reflection of the top 5 people that you hang around the most. So, what I want you to do is I want you to think about those 3 things that you believe that you're disciplined at. And here's what I want you to know is that, and I'm reading from our Rise 53 Inner Circle weekly coaching messages. It says that discipline is the muscle, right? That you train to get better at things. And the more that you train at whatever it is, you will get results. Discipline is a muscle. So therefore, it's going to hurt a little bit, right? Because when you're training your muscles, what you're doing is you're moving them to exhaustion. You're stripping away a lot of other, actually, you're, as you know, right? You know this, that you're actually stripping down the muscle and you're actually kind of tearing it so that it can rebuild stronger. So there is a little bit of a um, kind of like a soreness that you're going to feel when you're starting out getting this new desire and this new result. So, those 3 things, what are those 3 things? Okay, you've written them down. All right, well, let's go into some other things that our Rise 53 Inner Circle coaching message tells us that we should do. Um, One of the things I love that Yanaya Curry, who is our writer, she is our director of communication at the Rise with Diana consultancy and our Rise Advocates movement. And she wrote in this email that discipline doesn't have to feel like punishment. Because I want you to know that discipline is something that I feel can be this inner joy that you can translate, because there is a feeling, and I know as a former athlete, there's a feeling that I love to feel that soreness as a result of actually working my muscles. There is just something that I know because I've done it for so long that when I feel that soreness come through, I know that I've actually achieved it. And that just comes over time. That just comes with training, because those who are disciplined understand that's necessary. So, one of the things that she says to make it fun and playful, Yanaya, the one of the things she says to make it fun, playful, and even rewarding. Okay, so for some of us, we need to do some things to kind of make it exciting, because some of us are thinking discipline is horrible. So here are the 3 things she said that we can do. Reward micro wins. And when she says, did you do your 5 a.m. workout? Treat yourself to a coffee, a protein smoothie, or a quiet 10-minute meditation. The thing that I think a lot of us do is, and I want to get you to understand that, remove the reward of food, right? Because a lot of us say, I am going to be able to um, have, some treat that's not healthy for us. But one of the things you can do is, and I think this is critical, is have yourself a day where you allow yourself to just go out, right? So that could be one thing that you do. Go out for dinner. And I just think these little small, little micro wins are critical. The second thing she says to do is to gamify your tasks, right? Some of you like to have games. Why not put this into your discipline metric? See how quickly you can knock out a series of emails or chores and make it a challenge. For me, it's really a matter of sitting down and looking at whatever that task is and staying focused, turning off all distractions and really getting focused there. In my former life, I actually was an attorney who would sit down and count hours. And, we had to be very efficient with our time. And I know that a lot of us, we waste time. We get distracted. We start to fall into other things. We get on social media, we doom scroll, and then all of a sudden we've lost all of our time. But if you gamify your task, gamify whatever it is that you're trying to do, you can make a fun out of it. Okay? Listen to United giving us some good things. Third, show up imperfectly. A lot of people seem to think that, oh, well, I can't get it done. I don't have this, or, I uh, said that I was going to start at this time. I didn't start at this time. And I just believe done is better than perfect. And Yanaya wrote in here, she said, half assed action beats no action every time. Okay. So if you are tired, you're feeling like groggy, You just go get there. A lot of times when we talk about in yoga, the half the battle is just getting there. And so you need to make certain that you show up imperfectly, show up as you. I know a lot of people that when they're trying to do something new, they get distracted with all the little bells and whistles needed to get something. It's not needed to get it done. These little bells and whistles are distractions. And what I mean by that is, oh, my outfit's dirty, my shoes are wet, my I don't have any clean clothes today. All that stuff, that's that's just an excuse. And discipline does not show up that way. So we have got to get disciplined. All right, so you wrote down the three things that are you're really disciplined at. And then what I want you to do are the three things that you want to get disciplined at. What are the three things that you want to get disciplined at? Write those three things down. And so the key that Yanaya said in our email is pick one area. Like, what's one area of focus that you can do? And then what are the micro habits, the small little habits that you're going to do daily to actually put those in place? The third thing is anchor your why. Why do you want to do it? What is this for? Because if like, for example, a lot of people want to get healthy, but they just want to lose weight. Well, why you want to lose weight? Is it because you want to have more energy? Is it because you want to feel better in your clothes? Is it because you have to get better at your numbers, your blood pressure, some type of health metric? Really get clear on your why, on what you want to do. And that will make it easier because that will be more of a value that you really consider as important. And then the fourth thing you do is track and celebrate it. For me, when I was on what is it, the 90 days of 75 hard, I've been thinking P90X 75 hard. I love the work that we do when you actually put a number to it because there's an end goal. But for me, my P90X, my 75 hard is everyday hard. It's every day that I do this. But in the 75 hard, what I loved every day, they had us take a picture, right? That was a celebration. Look and see how far you've gone. It's critical to do that, my friends. And these are the things that are going to actually get you to your desired result. You're going to see a shift. Discipline is what we are all about within the Rise Advocates movement. We believe that we want and desire to be the actual main player in our lives. We also understand that we live by what I call authentic power. We have a power that resides within us, and we have to understand that that comes from who we are at the inside, not who we appear to be on the outside. We like to call that artificial power. We want that authentic power to reside within you. And so being disciplined is a key fundamental value within our Rise Advocates movement. And we want to know, you want to join us? Because we know that if you could get around other people who do this, practice this, the likelihood of you achieving your result is much higher. We all know this because, again, as I said earlier, you are a reflection of the five people that you hang around the most. And when you're in a mastermind, which I love the book Think and Grow Rich that talks about that, Napoleon Hill, masterminds are critical. And that's what we consider our Rise 53 inner circle. So we're going to have a link for you to check it out, for you to go check out the Rise 53 Inner Circle. Also, we want you to consider being a part of our monthly Hotter at 53 Than 25 events. This is for VP level corporate women who are interested in using fitness, intermittent fasting, and their wealth to rise without burning out. Now, we do these monthly. They're either in person or online. And we would love for you to join these 2-hour workshops because you're going to learn so much. We're taking this on the road. So we'd love for you to join us. You probably might need to join a wait list, but we will have a link for you to be able to join those beautiful workshops that you're going to learn so much. Again, you can join in person or online. That's it, my friends. Discipline is the name of the game, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.